So you want to make a Python script that gets chat from YouTube and Twitch, puts it in a list, and turns into TTS. You read the chat and you read with TTS. How do I do that? Well, this tutorial expects you to know at least a little bit of Python. We are not gonna do anything crazy or anything grandiose. We are gonna use simple syntax and also install some packages. So if you're using an Anaconda compiler, in case of myself, or if you are maybe in VS Code, you just write pip install and install the stuff that you need. Since I'm using an Anaconda prompt, I'm gonna be using this and pip install. We are gonna get GTTS. It's a library to turn text into speech. Pretty simple. You can use another one if you want. You can use anyone that does text to speech. We're gonna use mutagen just to mess with MP3 files and stuff. We are gonna use chat downloader simply to download Twitch chat, and we are gonna use Python chat to get YouTube chat. Why are you using two different libraries to get two different chats? Because it's easier that way. You can use chat downloader to download chat from YouTube and Twitch at the same time, but from what I tried, it is much easier to use different libraries. So install those libraries, and then if they are installed, they will install. For my case, they are all installed, and we're gonna start. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna import the stuff. So from chat downloader, import chat downloader. We're gonna import PyTchat. Don't forget the T. I always forget the T. From GTTS, import GTTS. Yeah, it's like that. It's very strange, but it is like that. From mutagen .mp3, import mp3. We're gonna use the OS library, very standard Python. We're gonna use threading to get both chats at the same time. We're gonna use time to get a little bit of delay between messages, or else it's very annoying. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna create a function, reach TTS, and it's gonna take a text string. That's gonna be a string. And in this function, we're gonna get this variable TTS. That's gonna be GTTS, the library that we are using. The text is text string. The language is gonna be English, but you can use other languages. You can look at the documentation and see. Slow, false. If you put this to true, it's gonna be a little slower. TTS.save. We're gonna save our file as a generic name like t.mp3. Okay. So to play our sound, to play our TTS, we're gonna use os.system start t.mp3. And essentially it's already done, but we're gonna do something extra. We're gonna get the audio from our mp3 t.mp3. Gonna use the mp3 command from mutagen, and we're gonna get the duration of our audio. Info, length. Info, length. Alright. Now we're gonna return the duration, and our function is complete. We can test it out right here. Let's say we do read TTS, and we put a test message here, test message, and then we run.
Test message.
It opened my default MP3 player. I'm gonna run again.
Test message.
And it's working. I can change this through test message, I don't know, 2.
Test message 2.
Yes, so it is working. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get Twitch chat. So we're gonna create another function. Let's call it Twitch chat. And for this function, we're gonna need a URL from Twitch. And we're gonna use a list, which is gonna be our wait list. We're gonna get messages from both chats, so we need a list to organize them and do them in the right order, or else we'll be very disorganized. So we're gonna get chat equals to chat downloader, open brackets, get chat URL Twitch. And with this we already have our Twitch chat. So for message in chat, we're gonna look at every message that the chat gives us. We need the name of the person that sent it, message, won't get for get name, and if it for some reason bugs out and doesn't give a name, it's gonna give a nothing, basically. Message text, it's gonna be the content of our message. Get message, comma, and nothing. If for some reason somebody sends a message that has absolutely nothing, it's gonna be nothing. And here we will put it in our wait list, right? So we will do something like list chat append something like. But since we are working with two chats, we're gonna make a function so that both chats can send to the same list and do the same stuff. So we're gonna create a function, gonna name it wait list, and in this function we're gonna need the chat that it came from, YouTube or Twitch, the user, the person that sent it, the message, the content of the message, and our wait list chat that we are passing through. And I like to do something in my little TTS is to limit the amount of characters in a message. Because if we don't limit the amount of characters in a message, our TTS can be reading a message that's like 2 minutes long, and that's not nice, that's not fun. So we're gonna limit it. We're gonna do if length of our message is less than 160, list chat append chat user sedge message. And if the message is too long, we're gonna make fun of the person. So we're gonna do list chat append. I'm gonna do chat user with the capital U wrote a message that was longer than 160 characters. So our wait list function is complete. We're gonna copy this, get to our Twitch chat, and for this, the chat that is coming from is Twitch. Name, the user, message text, and our list of chat messages. So our Twitch chat is done. What we're gonna do now is the main function. Why won't we do a YouTube chat, another function for just for YouTube chat? Because we're gonna run YouTube chat through our main function. Because basically this library, this shall download it. Basically, it gets stuck here. It will be waiting for a message forever, and it will never break from its loop. So we can't run this in our native code. We need to run this in a thread. So this function is separate to run in a thread, and the YouTube function we can run in our main function. So we're gonna do def main URL YouTube. It's gonna be a string. URL Twitch. It's also gonna be a string. Oh, sorry. And for this function, we're gonna get a delay. This delay is gonna be an integer. It's gonna be in seconds, just for delay between messages. Because if we don't have a delay between messages, someone can send 2 messages really quickly, and then the TTS will start reading one and reading, and then immediately starts reading the next message, and that's not good. We want at least a little bit of breathing room between messages. So, because this is our main function, we're gonna create the wait dish, which is just an empty dish. We're gonna use threading to run a Twitch chat. Did I type that right? I think I did. Target, we're gonna use lambda function, just so it's simpler. Oh, push it opposite way. Twitch chat. The URL, Twitch, and our list chat. And to make sure the thread ends as we end the program, I'm gonna use this. Let's start. This sometimes doesn't work. This basically makes it so if we stop the program, the thread stops. But it sometimes doesn't work, so at least we tried, okay? If anything goes wrong, we just kill the terminal. It is what it is. So now we're gonna get YouTube chat. And to get YouTube chat, we're gonna use the YT chat. And it works a little bit differently. It doesn't use the full URL. It uses just the code that's after the watch equals to in the YouTube URL. I'm gonna get a URL to give an example. This is a YouTube video URL. It's actually a live stream, but anyways, it only uses this. The PyChat library only needs this. We could make it so like we write only this and stuff, but that's boring. We're gonna automate it. We're gonna use the full URL and just get this. It's very simple, don't worry. So let's start. Let me get rid of this URL. So we're gonna need a YouTube code, which is the stuff that we're gonna use. YouTube code URL. Oh, sorry. YouTube. I'm gonna use case URL YouTube dot find write it correctly equals +1 colon. I wrote something wrong. I forgot the capital Y. So what's it gonna do? It's gonna get our string YouTube URL, and it's gonna go find the equals, and it's gonna get everything after equals. This +1 is to get everything after equals. with this, we already get just the code that the library needs. So, chat. Let's call the chat Y to separate from Twitch chat. Y create video ID. It is our YouTube code. Alright, just like with last time, just with this, we already have our chat. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna create a while loop while chat Y is alive. We'll basically check if the chat exists. If chat is alive, we're gonna try. I'm gonna explain why we use try except. I'll just put the except here. I'm gonna explain later why we use it. For C in chat Y dot get dot sync items. This already gets our chat message. It will turn to C. So we're gonna use the wait list function. Wait list. The chat that it comes from. Oh, sorry. Is gonna be YouTube. The user is C dot offer dot name. The message. Oh, sorry. C dot message. And it's wrong. This chat. It was already there. I didn't need to delete it. This chat. And this except is gonna be specifically to attribute error. I never seen this happen, but some people in some forums have complained about it. That if something happens to the live stream, maybe the live streamer internet goes down for like a second, the code breaks. So we're gonna do this to fix it. Our YouTube code. This basically makes the code remember that our YouTube chat it's still our YouTube code. If it fails to do this, it will go back and try this again. So it's all good. So last thing that we're gonna do, since we have our both YouTube and our Twitch chat running in a thread, YouTube in our main function, what we're gonna do is if the length of our list chat is greater than 0, if there is a message waiting to be read this list chat. We're gonna get the first item of our list. I'm gonna remove the first item because we are gonna read it. And we're gonna get the reach time through our TTS function. Reach TTS. And what it's gonna read this, please. So, to make it a little better to understand what's going on, we're gonna do a print that's very long and print reach this. So we know what's going on. And we're gonna time.sleep the reach time. So it's not gonna start reading another message until it reads this very specific message. And we're gonna time sleep the delay. Alright, our code is basically done. The last thing we're gonna do is run it. Get our URLs and all that stuff. To make it a very complete tutorial, I'm gonna do the if name equals if. If you don't know what this means, don't use it. It's not really necessary in this case, but we're gonna do it to be complete. This basically it works like this. If you are maybe you wanna get just the Twitch chat function to another Python code. If we didn't do this, whenever you got the function, it will run the whole code, and that's not what we want usually. So if name equals main, URL YouTube equals I'm gonna get a a lo-fi beats live stream that's always on to use as an example. And as for our Twitch URL, I'm gonna use my lovely girlfriend's stream. The delay that we're gonna use is 3 seconds. Maybe I use 5. No, 3. I already ran this with 3, it's so annoying sometimes. We're gonna use main URL YouTube URL Twitch delay. Just to be a little better, I'm gonna do something in our function just to see what's going on. I'm gonna do a print connecting to Twitch print connected to Twitch, and I'm gonna do the same for YouTube. Connecting Twitch, YouTube, YouTube. So now we're gonna run and be ready to hear a lot of messages. Connected to both chats. And it's gonna start reading
YouTube
them.
Slavo said, at Haruto Sunzunji, probably some kind of JP band, right?
Gonna wait 3 seconds. Gonna read the next one.
YouTube She said, talking is overrated.
True, I agree. Talking is overrated. So let it get another message. The next message.
YouTube Sneha said, Black Arelam Indang Adicho, face underscore with underscore tears underscore of underscore joy.
If you want, you can filter messages with certain characters. You can filter underscore and stuff. You can go like in your way to dish and do like if message, well, maybe we'll do like a list of bench characters, and you check if there is a underline and you do your stuff. But if you don't want, this is already works. Also, if you want, you can use another library to reach the TTS. You can use another program as well. You can use Winamp and stuff. But for simple use, this already works. I'm just gonna get another live stream when the chat is less chaotic, so that I can show that both YouTube and Twitch are getting messages. 1 second. So I got a new live stream. This one is a little bit emptier. So I'm connected to both. I'm gonna send a message in Twitch.
Twitch Datomes said, hello.
That's me. This is a test message.
Twitch Datomes said, this is a test message.
True. And I'm gonna say hello in the YouTube chat.
YouTube Python is not a snake said, hello.
Yes. So it's working. Working completely fine. So this is just the basic code. You can do whatever you want with it. You can extend it, use other libraries and stuff, but this is just the simpler way of doing it. That's it. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you later.